In case you didn't hear, Sims 4 base game is going to be permanently free as of October 18th this year, so 2022. Now, some of the questions I have and that I've seen people asking are, what about the people who paid for the game? Like, me and probably you. We get a free kit. That's right. If you own the base game, you get the latest Desert Luxe Kit for free. For me, I downloaded and installed it perfectly fine. I understand that some people were having issues with getting this free pack. Now, EA did acknowledge this, and apparently it is all fixed now, and everyone should be able to download this new kit, no problem. I really do appreciate that communication, because miscommunication, I feel like, is a huge issue for The Sims, meaning miscommunication between the players and EA. I feel like EA is starting to acknowledge this, because not only did they respond to this particular kit downloading issue, they also created a Twitter account for direct communications with them. And they actually do respond to issues, and even individuals who tweet them bugs, glitches. In fact, they responded to me. No joke. They actually responded to me. Now, why did I tweet them? I had a little bit of a problem with this new kit. Now, I downloaded the kit, installed it, no problem. And then the first thing that I wanted to do was to see what objects I got for free. So, I'm in a build mode, going through the new objects, checking out swatches, and this happens. Now, this is the second swatch on an end table that, for whatever reason, had issues with this second texture. Who is this lady? What I had noticed is that if I hover over the object, the swatch is just fine. If I don't hover over it and then just leave the object be, it was then that this blue Trisha Paytas texture comes up. Now, in my game also, for whatever reason, the swatch is completely fine when placed outdoors. And if it's indoors in a room is when the blue Trish texture happens. So I had tweeted the Sims Direct Communications. I had said, got mine perfectly, but I'm having issues with the second swatch on this end table. The first photo is the way that the swatch appears in my game. The second photo is when I hover over it and what I presume it should be like. Now, I also continued. Also, I've only just noticed it only happens indoors. The swatch is completely fine when it's outside. When placed inside the room is where the swatch texture changes to the photo, to the first photo that I had posted. And they, in fact, replied. Like, can you imagine? They said, Sul, could you fill out a report with the details shared here to AHQ? AHQ stands for Answers HQ. And then I continue, screenshots with the details you shared here are helpful for the team's investigation. And again, here is the link. So yeah, I really do appreciate that. To be honest with you, it felt great just to be acknowledged as a player who is experiencing a glitch in their game, instead of just being ghosted. So I was told to report it to EH Answers HQ, and I did. So you can see right here, and we'll see what actually comes out of that. While we're on the topic of questions and concerns, people are asking themselves, why is all of this suddenly happening? I have compiled several theories / concerns that I've seen floating around online, and I'll give you my thoughts on them. First, Sims 5 is coming. Now, I've seen several comments saying that this must mean that The Sims 4 is ending and that The Sims 5 will be coming out soon. Sims 4 has been out for like 8 years now, which is double the average span of Sims games lasting. Like Sims 1 was 4 years, Sims 2 was 4 or 5 years, Sims 3 4 or 5 years as well. So ever since 4 years had passed for The Sims 4, so since like 2018, people have been speculating about The Sims 5. And since then, when anything bigger happens, any bigger changes or so, it brings up the topic of The Sims 5. Does this mean that The Sims 5 is coming? I don't know, but my speculation is not quite yet. I feel like there's still a lot of plans for The Sims 4, and my intuition tells me that they're not done with The Sims 4. If you'll remember, they said that Sims 4 still has years ahead of it. And also in their latest news post on the Sims official website, they say, and I quote, "We will continue to develop and release packs, kits, and Sims Delivery Express drops into the foreseeable future." So yeah, To me, that sounds like Sims 4 is not ending anytime soon. What goes in the Sims 5 favor is that, according to the Sims community, there are rumors that the Sims 5 might be announced as early as next month. Did you all hear about this rumor? Now, they made sure to say emphasis on could, so keep that in mind. This is just the rumor as of me making this video. In this article, the Sims community mentions this someone called Jeff Grubb, who is a video game reporter for Venture Beat's Games Beat website. And here's what Jeff says. The Sims 5 is also coming. You're right. At the Sims Summit next month, they almost certainly will announce it then. The announcement is coming soon, and I've heard it's likely next month. A lot of things are happening next month. Expect to hear about The Sims 5 soon. Do not expect to be playing it soon. The game is very long ways off, apparently. They're gonna tell you it's coming. In the meantime, you can enjoy a lot of things in The Sims 4 though. So, according to this, if The Sims 5 even gets announced at the Sims Summit, it probably won't be released for quite some time. We'll have to wait and see. Next concern / questions that I've seen people have is quite terrifying to me. Some people brought up this could mean subscription to The Sims 4. Meaning, instead of like paying once for the game, players would have to pay, for example, a monthly fee for the upkeep, the updates, and new content in the game. I really hope that this is not true, because if subscription becomes a thing, I'm out. I mean, I'm probably really out. Not one of those vague threats that people make all the time on Twitter. No, I mean for real. Subscriptions is just, in my opinion, not the Sims vibe. It never was, and I don't want it to be. To be fair, I do think that EA is aware that the huge portion of the Sims player base would be extremely against it, and that they would lose huge portion of players with that move. So I don't really see subscription thing happening for The Sims 4. I really don't. Just for future reference, I don't think subscriptions should happen in The Sims 5 either. Just wanted to put that out there. Subscriptions for The Sims games, bad. Next worry that I found, and this one is a little bit more possible in my humble opinion, is that they might bring in-game purchases / microtransactions. And I'm not gonna lie, that one really worries me. Why? Well, because with The Sims, in case you don't know, Sims 3 actually had an online store. And the Sims 3 online store was pretty much microtransactional. So just for the fact that they've done this already with the previous Sims game, and that now with The Sims 4 we've moved towards smaller packs, kits really, that's why I have that slightly at the back of my mind. What if they're changing the way they're profiting from The Sims? Again, speculation only. Keep in mind, I just want to say what worries me. This is not the way that it is. It just worries me, and I just want to say it before it happens. What if they move towards these microtransactions that I am really not a fan of? What if it's going to be like, you want to play this new scenario? Well, it's only $1. Want that pretty dress? Well, it's just 99 cents. This, I really don't want that to happen. I'm not a fan of microtransactions. I find them not right. I'm trying to find the right words here because I don't want to say anything bad. I understand that there are different business models. I am someone that doesn't find microtransactions right. I hope that's the way that I can say it. On Twitter, Matthew J. Fahey, who works at EA and on The Sims as well, had chosen violence yesterday because he had decided to joke about microtransactions. Someone on Twitter said, imagine EA introducing a new feature added to Sims 4 and it's free to play to expand the possibilities / sarcasm. And they included this Battlepass Sims 4 photo. Now, for those who don't know, Battlepass is pretty common in gaming, and it's pretty much when you spend money to complete, say, certain missions or challenges in a game through a tiered system. And now my new best friend, Matthew, responds, "Oh, thanks for the suggestion." No. This wasn't a suggestion, Matthew. This was a concern. This must be a joke, right? It's a joke, it must be. But then another person responds to the tweet saying, "Imagine having to complete scenarios to earn points to unlock outfits and furniture." And Matthew, my BFF, comes back with a tweet saying, interesting. Before I thought, haha, funny. But because when y'all up there in the Sims team start saying, interesting, is when you actually freak me out. Because the interesting, you never know, all that, a lot of the time turned out to be real. Now look, I don't know, it's probably a joke. I'm hoping it's a joke. Right, Matthew? It was a joke, right? Another theory is that this is simply a very good marketing move. Maybe most of their sales don't come from the base game at this point, and maybe they want to draw new people in to sell them packs, really. Seems plausible to me, but who knows at this point. In my opinion, marketing for the Sims team has always been pretty well. Just like overall, their marketing strategies, in my opinion, are really one of their strong points. They sure know how to hype, what to show, when to show it, how to show it. They do a really, really good marketing job. So I could see this being a very good PR move. Actually, the same thing with the Sims 4 Direct Communications Twitter. It comes off as a really, really good PR move. Now, if you guys have any theories as to what you think, why they went this route, please let us all know in the comments. All discussion is welcomed, as long as it's respectful. That's all I ask. We are done with theories, but there is one more question that I've seen floating around. And the question is the free kit enough in exchange for a base game? Now, some people that bought the base game feel like it's unjust to them that the base game is free now after they've spent money on it. Some people also feel like one kit is not enough. Well, kit is $5 and a base game is like 40. So that right there is a huge difference. I do want to acknowledge that it is a huge difference. For me, personally, I've been playing Sims 4 base game for years now, and I kind of do feel like I got my money's worth for it. I feel like the amount of time that I spent in my game, for me, like it does kind of even it out with the kit. At the same time, I did kind of expect a little bit more, like maybe 2 kits or something. Overall, I don't feel wrong by this at all. I really don't. However, I do understand if people feel this way, especially people who only recently purchased the base game. I've had a couple of comments saying that they only got the game earlier this year or a few months ago. Now, I feel really bad for these people. I feel really bad. If I put myself in their shoes, it's like, if I had only waited a few months, it would be really frustrating to me. At the same time, I also do want to acknowledge all the comments from people who've said that they wanted to play the game forever, but that they just couldn't afford it, which is also a reality. These people are very happy that they're now going to be able to finally play the game they wanted for a really long time. Now, I've seen a couple of comments saying the game comes out free on their birthdays or around their birthdays. So shout out to all the Libras that will get The Sims for free during Libra season. Scorpio season comes soon after that, so shout out to my fellow Scorpios as well. Again, I'm very, very interested in community's opinion about all of this. Do you think it's fair? What do you think about the free kit? Was it enough? Just overall, let me know your comments on this topic. Now let's just real quick talk about the Desert Luxe Kit a little bit. Desert Luxe Kit is the latest kit that came out September 14th this year, so 2022. I'm not someone that's a fan of kits. I only own like 3 kits, including this Desert Luxe one. But this Desert Luxe one was free, so I am going to talk about it. I'll just repeat it again. Since the Sims 4 base game will be free as of 18th October, if you bought the base game, you can redeem Desert Luxe Kit for free until October 17. This kit comes with 28 items in total. I will point out a few things. First, this sofa is pretty cool. Second, I like how most of the furniture slots nicely together, so there isn't like space here. Same cannot be said about this bookshelf though. Without cheats, aka BB move objects, there's quite a lot of space in between the shelf and the wall. While I do like the design of this bookshelf, I think it's pretty cool, I'm not a fan of how it slots. Huge props for the simple wall shelf that slots nicely. We definitely need more of that. Props for the fireplace. I feel like I will get a lot of use from this in my building style. Props for including curtains and ceiling lamps in all 3 wall heights. While swatches do match better than what we're used to, my little humble opinion is that we should have all same swatches, matching swatches for all objects that come in a certain pack/kit. And I feel like they should also take under the consideration swatches from like the base game and also like previous packs and make sure that all those somewhat match. In build mode, we also have this open arch. I feel like I will get a lot of use out of this item. For windows, we have these 2 windows. I like both of them, but I feel like I will not use this large window that often. I like it. I like to have it in my game. I just, knowing myself, don't see myself using it all that often. My favorite part of this kit are actually wall paint and flooring, of all things. I mean, it depends on what kind of a style you like in your gameplay, but for me, when I see concrete walls or flooring that's called compressed earth flooring, all I see is post-apocalyptic shelter. I understand that this is supposed to be fancy, modern, desert style, but when I tell you I will use these walls and this flooring for my absolute atrocities of builds, and when I say atrocities, I don't mean that they're bad, I just mean that they're not pleasant to the eye of the beholder. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. It is huge news. Let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts on all of this. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. I love yous, and I will see you in my next video.